The Movie Bar Podcast.
Welcome to the Movie Bar Podcast. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Movie Bar Podcast. I'm John.
I'm Justin.
I'm Billy.
How you guys doing this week?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Well, by the time this aired, I will have hopefully successfully had surgery, and this is not a posthumous episode. Post-ominous.
Nothing's going to happen. Stop.
I know. I'm an overthinker, though. Worst case scenario.
Oh, in your case, the mouth might be considered a vital organ. Or maybe.
I do a podcast, don't I?
Mm. They could decide to do a public service and
Just let you two do it while I sit here mute. Like that episode,
Shit.
Blazing Staddles, that was a test. Let's see how you guys do without me. Well, anyways, a little bit of housekeeping. San Diego Comic-Con this week. I now get to hear for the next 6 months, Daddy, when's this figure out? Dad, when's this figure coming out? Dad, when's this figure coming out? Because of all the new figures they showed.
Are you gonna get Golga?
Yeah, I saw that. Well, if you want-
Send me a picture.
If you really want Golga, you have to buy 4 other figures.
Oh, to build a
He's
figure?
the one,
Build a
he's
figure,
the one
yeah.
you got to build. Oh,
Yeah.
the
I-
other four, the other
No.
shows.
I want to say
Because they'd have a hard time getting people to actually fucking build that if you had like Kurgan and
I
shit.
think one of them's a Stone Cold. I can't. There's so much shit. Like, they got like 5 Jimmy Usos coming out. Fucking. But I will say, the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, they have the big rubber guys now, which are like the LJNs.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool. They got Missy Hyatt, Holly Race, Ric Flair, Macho Man. So NECA didn't really show much, except the only thing I was excited for was they're coming out with a Home Alone line of Toonie Terrors, where you get Kevin, Marv, and
Come on,
Harry,
come on.
Harry,
There you go.
and the old guy that shovels, and he comes with a shovel and a barrel. And they showed Ultimate Megan. So, and then they showed a Child's Play figure with Chucky in a Christmas sweater and Santa hat, and then you can switch the heads, and it's bloody. So, but some other big news out of, well, I don't know if some of it's out of Comic-Con, some of it's not. Cocaine Bear sequel in the works. Should have known that was going to happen.
Oh yeah.
As big as that movie was when it came out. Hopefully it's as funny as the original.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we shall see. And big news in keeping John away from the MCU, Robert Downey Jr. coming back to the MCU as Dr. Doom. It'll make it really confusing for John.
Okay. So this isn't connected to Iron Man at all. He's just playing a totally different character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dr.
But
Doom is
possibly still as Tony Stark.
the fuck? So he's come back from the dead and created.
No, as a
No.
variant.
It's the whole multiverse thing, John.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. That was cool how they revealed it, though, with all those Dr. Dooms on stage, and he just walks out and pulls the mask off, and it's fucking place went crazy. But
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, he's a good actor and all that, but I don't know.
they hyped it up by saying the fucking great world's greatest actor, and
Yeah, that's a stretch, but
yeah. All right, Dr. Doom.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, In a Violent Nature 2 is officially on the way. They released a teaser poster. It's this hook from the first first one, in the shape of a 2. It's really cool. But I can't wait. I love the first one. In which the first one hits Shudder on Friday, September 13th. So
Friday
fresh from the
13th.
stream for September. Yes.
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 Woo!
I don't know if you haven't seen me yet.
Is your
Billy.
internet okay, Billy?
Yes. Custom.
Blink
didn't hear
twice
Yeah,
if
why?
you need saving.
Now your screen's all blurry. What's going on?
Oh, I'm fine. Oh, you want me to redo that?
Yeah.
How far did you get through? In a Violent Nature 2 is officially on the way.
We got that, and we got in a
Poster.
And the Violent Nature on Shudder Friday the 13th, fresh from the stream.
All right, well, that's it.
You fucking said a lot there.
You kept going.
I don't know.
God, if it's not Justin, it's you. What the fuck? All right, last bit of news, Justin.
Jordan Peele is going to be remaking The People Under the Stairs. I don't know how to feel about this. I love the
first. I love the original.
That was a childhood favorite.
Yeah. Well, Jordan Peele's really talented, and I like the stuff he's done. So I kind of curious to see what he would do with this movie. I mean, the original one was pretty racially charged and everything with the.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the big theme of that one.
So, yeah, so I mean, it'd be kind of interesting to see his spin on it, I think.
Yeah, interesting.
John, you don't sound thrilled.
I didn't like the first. The
What? It's a great movie.
Maybe I have to.
Like
I haven't watched
watching a dude running around in bondage get up, shooting at the walls and shit.
No.
Okay, now you guys just froze up on me.
Yep, you froze again, Billy.
So there's something going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe your router melted
That's
again.
right.
Goddamn Comcast internet.
No,
all right.
Verizon.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
All right.
I know.
New trailers. Billy, start us off.
All right, as long as I don't freeze up. First, we start with Good Bad Things coming soon. Looks like one of those, uplifting stories about a man with a pretty severe disability finding love.
I'm honestly a little shocked that trailer came across our sheets and that it's normally not one we.
Well, we cover all movies, Justin, so we need to cut stuff.
I don't know. There's been a lot of trailers out there we haven't touched. It's been more along those lines.
Wait till we cover it fresh from the stream. So, all right. The Last Straw. It's coming September 20th to theaters. This one looks good. This gives me the Strangers vibes.
Yeah, a bit more of a town is against her for some reason. I don't quite get that, but I guess we'll find out in the movie.
Basically, a waitress stuck in a diner. People are out harassing her. She calls the cops. They really don't do much. So, yeah. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
And then we have a second trailer for Speak No Evil coming out September 13th. I guess it was a little longer. It seems about the same. Had a few more scenes.
Next up. Second.
Billy, there's something crazy going on.
I know. I don't know what the hell. I just had the same thing happen. Justin, he's just going.
Oh no, that was me making fun
know.
of you.
Well, yeah, same premise as the first trailer. I'm not.
It had a little bit more to it. Made James McAvoy seem a little bit more unhinged, but
Yeah.
you know.
And then we have the teaser trailer for Terrifier 3, October 11th. Christmas gets bloody this season. What do you guys think?
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Looks like what you expect from Terrifier. Should be some good kills and craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. Next up, we have Joker, Folie à Deux, October 4th.
Nah,
I'm looking forward to it. I like the
I
first
didn't
one.
enjoy the first one, so I really don't care about that one.
I'm out of superhero movies. I'm out.
Really not a superhero movie at all.
I don't care. It's
No.
it follows with Batman and all that shit.
No. No.
Okay.
Like
Well,
I'm pretty sure this is just, some dude's just idea of what he wants the Joker to be, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not anything worth it. Now this next one, I'm not 100% convinced that this is actually a movie. Coming soon, Human Z. I said what I said. I'm still not convinced that this is a movie, and this isn't just some goddamn viral short for something else. Who knows?
I thought it said it was coming on Shudder or something.
No. You put coming soon, so that's all I know.
Yeah.
This does look like something Shadow would put out, though.
I don't know. It kind of looks something like wouldn't even make it to Tubi, to be fair. We'll see. It's a bit much. It's a stretch.
Yeah. Definitely odd. I can't wait to see if there's another trailer for this coming. Hopefully before whenever it comes out.
And yet the Toxic Avenger can't get released yet. That shit's gonna get released on a goddamn streaming app. Make it make sense.
You know the Toxic Avenger is gonna get released.
Damn well better.
Whether it's straight to a streaming service or something, that shit's gonna get put out. But lastly, we have The Killer's Game coming September 13th to theaters. Dave Bautista as a assassin, hitman, who puts a hit out on himself because he thinks he's going to die. Then he finds out he's not going to die. So he tries to cancel the hit.
It says, fuck no.
Yeah.
We're coming to get you.
Yeah. Looks good. Typical.
Drew McIntyre.
Typical fucking action movie. Oh, Drew McIntyre? I didn't notice him.
Yeah, he's on
the poster.
Oh, so that was one they were talking about. He was dissing CM Punk and the girl on the third floor, saying this didn't even make it to theaters or something. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
All right, Justin, what you watched this week?
I actually watched a couple movies. Oh.
It's because your family's away.
Yeah. I watched Little Monsters. So there's that. I watched Captain America. I watched Captain America Winter Soldier. Mostly because it was just on before this. I watched Surf Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas.
Oh, God.
Nielsen, baby. Yeah, Rob Schneider, Tone Loc. Come on, man. Good stuff. Just because I was just flipping through Tubi and I was like, yeah, I haven't fucking watched that movie in forever. I had honestly forgotten Leslie Nielsen was in it. So I was glad I watched it. And then I watched Mandy.
Oh, that was crazy.
That's not crazy. I'm still not even 100% sure I watched it. It wasn't just a fucking dream. Like, none of it made any sense. Yeah. Other than he wanted to kill the people who killed his wife. Other than that, I don't know. So I watched that. Yeah, I was really weirded out. So I watched Willy's Wonderland. And yeah, that movie was based on what I know about Five Nights at Freddy's. That movie was 1,000 times better than Five Nights at Freddy's.
Didn't we cover
My
Five
God.
Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying that what I know about the game and all that
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
and the actual lore and all that shit, that was more that than the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And I like the fact that they didn't have him talk in the movie. Because you know what? That made it feel like he was a fucking video game character. You don't ever fucking talk in the goddamn video games. You're the one they just, I thought it was pretty good. Again, fucking crazy and doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but
yeah. No, I do like Willy's Wonderland.
yeah.
So, is that it?
Yeah.
Billy?
All right. Very short list this week. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. Started with the classic mid-'80s comedy Dragnet. Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd. I love that movie. Then we went to the movies to see Deadpool and Wolverine. Check out my short response on was it TikTok you put it on, John?
It'll be on Facebook. Yeah, just say socials.
Socials. Okay, socials. And I watched Little Monsters. And that was it.
What,
Yeah.
You got a job.
Was Tubi down for maintenance this week? What's up?
No, I just busy. Responsibilities.
Yeah, well, I had a short week as well. I watched the movie Ride. This guy is driving like an Uber-like service, picks up a passenger, holds him hostage. Craziness. Then I watched Jaws.
The one with Nick Cage?
No, it's a bunch of fucking no names. Oh, there's movies on here that I forgot to add. So then I watched Jaws, which then led me to Jaws 2, which then led me to Jaws 3, which then led me to Piranha 3D.
Did you know, just quickly, that I saw online that at one point there was they were going to try and make it Jaws 3 People Zero, just to stick it to the fucking production companies for just trying to force profit off of terrible sequels, but Spielberg said no.
Yeah, I do want to point out too, all 4 Jaws movies right now, for those who don't have 4K, the 4K versions yet, each one's $5 on fanflix.co.
Why are you promoting a service that doesn't sponsor us, you prick?
What is doing a service to the people who listen?
Do we get any money off of that?
Oh,
Do we get any money off of this?
yeah.
No, it's costing fucking money. I don't know why we still fucking do this. Anyways, if you were a true fan, you would have fucking owned them already. And plus, they're on Peacock too.
Yeah, I know. I already had them. But on 4K.
I didn't know Jaws 3 was in 3D.
You didn't know that? That's the whole gimmick.
That was the whole gimmick. I even
Back
fucking
in the
remember
day.
every time we walked into the video store, that was the fucking one that drew your eye, because Jaws 3D. I still fucking remember that goddamn box.
It's the one when they're at sea. Yeah, I haven't watched Jaws The Revenge yet. But, so I watched Unfaithful with Diane Lane and I forget his fucking name. But anyways, wife cheats on her husband, husband kills the boyfriend. Then I watched Piranha 3D. I like that better than the original one. It's at a water park. That's so cool. And Little Monsters. Nope. That's the list. And now it is time for our feature presentation.
Hey Ever wonder why kids get blamed for everything just because their parents can't explain it?
I didn't do anything.
You're dead, mister.
The reason's right under your bed.
Hey, bud, the name's Maurice, and I'll catch you later. What goes on down there is every kid's fantasy. It's magic. Think of it, Bri. No teachers, no rules, no homework. And the best part is, you don't see any parents telling the kids what they can't eat. We're the reason kids get locked in their rooms. We're the reason brothers hate their sisters. We're also the reason that parents send their kids back to camp.
Little Monster. Fred Savage. Howie Mandel. They act up when the sun goes down.
This week we are covering the 19. Really, it doesn't say when it came out. What the hell?
1989.
1989's Little Monsters. Brian isn't scared of monsters living under his bed. On the contrary, when he goes to know the wild-eyed boogeyman Maurice, the pair become fast friends. During the night, Maurice takes the young charge into the nether world of monsters, where they have a great time making mischief in the lives of sleeping children. But Brian's opinion of Maurice and his freewheeling lifestyle changes when he discovers that he himself is turning into a monster.
Yes, this movie was rated PG. Had a runtime of 1 hour, 43 minutes, directed by Richard Greenberg. Box office only pulled in $793,775 on a budget of $4.5 to $5 million.
I'm sorry,
Ouch.
but you cannot cut together a goddamn trailer with any of those monsters in it and make it look like little kids should go see that movie.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah,
Alright.
it was a. Although I guess it did not get really a wide release. It was just in selected theaters. So,
I don't care.
That's how it goes.
but yeah. And
Oh, that
it's currently
makeup.
streaming on Peacock as well as for purchase on all streaming sites.
And it was released on August 25th, 1989.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Our cast of characters, we have Fred Savage as Brian, Howie Mandel as Maurice, Daniel Stern as Glenn Stevenson, Margaret Whitten as Holly Stevenson, Rick DeCommon as Snick, Frank Whaley as Boy, Ben Savage as Eric, William Murray Weiss as Todd, Devin Rattray as Ronnie Coleman, Amber Beretta as Kirsten, J. Michael Hunter as Mr. Finn, Tom Hull as Principal, Magby as Bus Driver, and Gala Savage as one of the little monsters, the sister of Ben and Fred.
So they really got the whole fucking family in on this one.
Of
Mhm.
course they do.
Oh, it's Ben Savage's first appearance. So,
I heard
make
he's
it
a
special.
dick nowadays.
who, Ben?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
He refuses to acknowledge Boy Meets World at all, I guess.
No, I wouldn't want to be known for that either.
Well, all right, so let's discuss the premise of this movie. We have a young child who feels there is a monster under his bed, so his older brother decides to switch rooms to see if he can catch this monster. And he ends up catching the monster, threatening him with a flashlight, and then goes down into the monster's world and raises chaos for a night.
Mm-hmm.
Then realizes he's becoming a monster.
Yes. All while having his bike run over by his dad and getting blamed for stuff that the monster had done that he didn't know.
So I am the oldest of my siblings. And of course, whenever something happened, it was always Christy's fault. Billy, was that the same when this little freckled fuck came into your life?
Oh, it was always my fault. Everything was my fault. That's okay.
Until
He was
Justin
the
came
middle
along.
child. No, he was the middle child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never the youngest, never the oldest, always the middle.
Well, Christy had at least, 15, 16 years on Kyle. So
Well, the oldest was first, so they should know better. The youngest was the youngest. They're the baby. And then there's the middle child.
Yeah.
who's the biggest of all three?
This is not the case for us, boys. Keep that in mind.
Hunter, don't worry, you ain't getting nothing.
Yeah. AJ, sorry.
At least
You're
none
right.
that you know of there, Hunter.
You know, somebody that listens to this is going to have a lot of questions at the end of this one. I caught
I've
shit.
mentioned multiple times before that you've been expecting
Yeah,
that.
I've
People
caught
knock
shit.
on your door one day.
I've caught shit for something you two said on an episode I didn't even fucking do. She asked me, she's like, so what would you have said that would have canceled you? I was like, what are you talking about? She goes, on
Yeah,
the
we heard
Blazing
about that.
Saddles. But so
It's
He
not
would've
that
said
he
naughty
thinks
words.
that way. It's not that he thinks that way. It's just that he doesn't have a goddamn filter on his mouth to know what
That's
goddamn
right.
words he can or cannot say.
That's right. He would have said some naughty words. That would have definitely come out of his
He would have
mouth.
given an example, said something that would have gotten him shot.
He would have said one of the lines, one of the quotes, that word in it, because it was funny. And yeah, that would be it.
I've said that
That'd
5
be the
letter
end of John.
person. It almost came to the end of John. Years ago, I said that to a person that I shouldn't have said that to. But anyways, back to Little Monsters. So going in, what do you guys think about this premise?
It was an interesting, kind of pretty original premise. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, it's you know,
It's
a little
something
bit
that all kids
far-fetched,
deal with.
still crazy.
All kids think there's a monster living under the bed at one point.
So do you guys remember if you saw this in theaters or on TV?
And I think we saw it on, I think it was a video rental. I don't think we saw this in theaters.
I remember seeing this movie a lot. And I'm quite surprised that my parents let me watch this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some of
back then it was different.
yeah.
Oh, my parents took us to see Poltergeist
I mean,
when that came
this
out
is-
in the drive-in.
I mean, you look at this now. I mean, this would not get a PG rating these days.
No. I was surprised that it was PG.
There
This
was a,
prop-
I heard
this
a
would have been
shit,
R.
I heard an ass.
It would have been R. They swear it multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, PG-13.
Yeah,
Not R.
yeah. They didn't say fuck. They just said shit and ass.
There was a few other words. Can't remember off the top of my head, but
They pissed in the kids. That might have gotten the R rated.
Yeah.
so since you brought it up,
Nowadays, there would have been one of those goddamn jackass things at the beginning of the movie. Do not attempt any of what you're about to see at home.
since you brought it up, let's talk about Maurice's night out with Fred. Whatever his name was in the movie.
Brian.
Brian and Maurice's night. So obviously they go to different kids' houses, but he wants to go check on his bully.
Of course.
Puts tuna like cat food tuna fish in his tuna fish sandwich. Pisses in his apple juice. Go ahead, Billy. You have
Is he actually a bully, though? I mean, think about it. I mean, he did get he didn't do anything. He got the sandwich tossed at him.
and he got revenge for it.
Yeah. And he
And
cut
then
him
he
up. Yeah. And he goes up to whoever threw it, finds out who did. And then, they get into a little fight. But, I mean, I wouldn't say it was bullying. I'd say it was just two kids having an argument.
Yeah, if anything, I would say Brian's the bully in this movie.
Yeah. And he's
Well, I
Brian
think they're giving the appeal that he's the that kid's the bully.
Yeah,
'cause
he
he's
has the
bigger
look
kid.
of a bully, but I don't think that makes him.
It's just because he was big and had red hair.
Yeah. Hey! No one ever mistook me for a bully in high school or school.
Yes, for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah. No.
And, you know, they also did the old peanut butter on the phone receiver, which kids wouldn't understand nowadays. Bending of the golf clubs.
Yeah.
Painting on the wall and the girl's face.
Yep. Oh, the parents' reactions.
Yes.
You want to go to military school?
You know, like, that's every kid's dream.
Mm.
But
To go to military school?
no, just fucking destroy other shit. You know, and you know, then they're at the girl that he likes' house, and she has the homework, and he puts on the glove, the dog.
Yeah.
Put on a glove. His hand transforms. It's magic, John.
Yeah.
Magic.
Okay.
Dog ate her homework.
Yeah.
She got a 0.
Yeah. It's gonna ruin her chances to get to Harvard. So how about the location? Is this a good setting for the story?
Yeah.
Based in Massachusetts, which I don't
yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
there's a shit ton of monsters in Massachusetts.
And they're not just under the bed either.
No.
But I think it definitely plays to the fact at the end of the movie when they come out. Yeah, where are you? California.
California.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of important because if they had started out in California and they had missed the
They'd
goddamn-
be screwed.
Yeah. that'd be fun.
They'd...
Yeah, but so does this movie deliver on, let's say, comedy?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny when he pisses in that kid's apple juice.
That shows our lowbrow sense of humor. You're messing up again, Billy.
I mean, there was a lot of, you know, kind of.
Billy, you messed up.
Especially,
I can't say what he sounds
girl.
like.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Oh, because you guys are fine.
Yeah, it's you tonight.
Oh, I sound fine to me.
You always
Yeah, Justin always looks fine when he freezes. So, what do you think, Billy? Do you think this movie delivers on the comedy?
Yeah, I mean, for 12-year-old humor, yeah, it's juvenile, but it's okay.
How about horror? Do you think this falls into the horror category at all?
I mean, I think it's more fucking horror than it is kids movie.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. It's not just the visuals. But think about this as a kid. You're fucking, 7, 8, or 9, and you watch this movie, and every time the lights come on, they fucking turn into a goddamn pile of clothes. You fucking wake up in the middle of the night and you don't remember putting a fucking shirt on the floor. You're gonna piss yourself.
I will tell you a funny story that happened last night while I was watching this. So I usually wait. I waited for Hunter to go to bed last night.
The dolls wake up and ask you to join them.
No, and so I'm sitting there watching the movie. Then all of a sudden I hear, "Daddy, Dad, where'd you go?" He woke up in the middle of the night, which he's never done, and freaked out because I wasn't in the bed. And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of funny that you'd wake up in the middle of a movie to monsters under a bed, you know?" What did you guys like best about the movie?
I thought the makeup work was excellent, even though Howie Mandel hated it. Absolutely despised filming this movie.
That was one of the things I often wondered about after I heard about that. I was like, he was that fucking monster in that movie. How the hell did he put himself through that shit?
Yeah, he did not enjoy it. He did it. He's a trooper. But
Yeah.
I can't imagine anybody would actually enjoy sitting there and having all that kind of crap thrown on him for 8 or 10 hours a day, so it's not like it's a big thing to hear that it pissed him off or anything, but
Yeah, he said he would get hot and it was making him caked in sweat when the latex was removed.
yeah. That sweat has nowhere to go when that shit's on your skin.
Yeah.
Now, if they were to redo this nowadays, you think it would simply just be a mask?
It would be CGI.
Yeah, it'd probably be some goddamn green screen. Be some dude running around in a green suit with an eye holes and mouth hole.
Yeah. What did you guys like least about the film?
Little childish, I guess. But I mean, it's for children, so I mean, I can't really hold it against it.
I think if this was a full-fledged horror movie, it would be better. Made it more scarier, geared towards adults. Do you guys have a
Well, no, never mind.
Do you guys have a favorite scene?
It's got to be the pissing in the apple juice. That's the one scene I remember
Unanimous
from this
decision.
movie.
Yeah, unanimous decision.
I think so.
If you were to rewatch this movie again, what would you focus on?
Oh, what? Why would I focus on any?
I don't know. That's a question.
Oh God, no.
I'd probably, if I watched it again, I'd probably focus on the time and go, when the hell is this going to end again? Because I just watched it.
Yes. It's like I couldn't do that. This is one of those movies I can only watch maybe every
Yeah, it's got to come
few
along
years.
and have
Okay.
its moment.
So, since you brought it up, let's talk about the runtime. 1 hour and 43 minutes.
It's not bad.
15 minutes too long.
I mean, it's
Maybe.
still in that.
It's all right.
spot.
Yeah, it's
not,
okay. It's
You know,
just
still under 2 hours, and it's actually a nice time and easily adaptable for TV.
Yeah. 2 hour movie, 2 hour block. Do you think they cast this movie well? Obviously, Fred Savage was riding high on the Wonder Years at this time. Daniel
Savage
Stern.
was an unknown.
Yeah, Ben Savage was like 5.
Yes, I know.
I mean, you know, you got Ben and Fred Savage and all that, and then the guy who played Snick there, Rick DeCommon, who was great in The Burbs and all the things that he was in. But I didn't even realize that the guy who played Boy was one of those character actors that you kind of see in everything.
Yeah.
Until I looked at the credits. I mean, he's in Pulp Fiction, Broken Arrow. He's been in all kinds of things. So, and he's got a face that you recognize, but you don't in the movie just because of all the goddamn makeup.
Yeah. And obviously Daniel Stern playing the father. This was pre-Home Alone.
Yep.
So, I can't think of any movies that was
Post Chud.
Post Chud, yeah. And Howie Mandel, what was he doing around this time? Just comedy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a stand-up comedy, very childish.
Uh,
Before Bobby's World. This was definitely before Bobby's World came out.
Only a year before
Yeah.
Bobby's World came out.
This was back when he was still putting the fucking rubber gloves over his head.
Yes.
Well, actually, by this point, he had voiced Gizmo in Gremlins. I always forget that he did that. Trying to see what else they have. Almost there. You've done Muppet Babies. You've done a lot of
Yeah. A lot of voice work.
Little Monsters. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of his big introduction into a full-fledged film.
He never really became like a really big movie star.
No,
Um,
no,
His
because
main fame didn't even really come around until he did Deal or No Deal.
yeah, that
You know?
America's Got Talent, that type of stuff.
yeah,
Mm.
I liked Bobby's World.
Oh, yeah,
Bobby's
Bobby's World was
loved
excellent.
Bobby's World.
You know, he was always
Bobby generic.
Don't you know?
Don't you know, Bobby?
Don't you know, Bobby?
That Minnesota accent.
He was in Family Switch. But,
Walk Like a Man, I think, was another one he
yeah.
was in.
So, who was your favorite character in the movie?
Snick. You making fun of my home?
He laughs. We have no idea what he just said, but he laughs.
Sorry.
He said something funny.
Yeah,
Did you pay
Maurice,
your
he said
internet
his quote. Huh? Hey, I'll
Yeah.
highlight it on the thing here. See? He says,
I'm on a totally separate page of notes.
oh, okay. Well, he
A
said,
man's best
a
friend
man's
is
best
right
friend
hand.
is right hand. How do they
Who's
get
your
away
lead-
with that in a kid's movie?
There was a few of them.
This
I
wasn't
don't
a
remember
fucking-
them. There was a few of them.
I really don't know why my parents let me watch this movie so many. I remember watching this a lot when I was a kid.
I don't think our parents watched it with us. I think this is one of those movies.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
watched-
go.
Go watch this and just shut up and leave us alone for an hour or two.
Well, we
No.
had good parents who didn't actually follow the whole parental guidance thing.
Yeah.
Their idea of parental guidance was, is there boobs, swearing, or death? Okay, go watch.
Yeah.
Hey, my father bought me tickets to go see Wild Things in theaters. So, when the person that I was going to see the movie with, his parents didn't want him seeing that movie, but we saw it anyways. But he also made me see Titanic 4 times.
Ugh.
You know who,
Still-
Justin? So what do you think is the climax of the movie? Do you think when he starts to realize that he's turning into a monster?
He's got to go rescue his brother. That's the big thing. You got to get Eric, get home. That's the climax.
Before they
Really get out.
all turn into monsters.
That's right. Dragged all those other kids in. Now they're all screwed.
Yeah. How do you feel this film fits into the history of film?
It's a skid mark.
As the fucking doorstop to hold the door open, the chick
No,
back
it's
up.
not a skid mark. This is better than Sharknado or Paranormal Activity or any of that crap.
No, I think with this movie, it's for us, it's more of a nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was excited when I saw that it was coming up on an anniversary this year, and that we were able to cover it. But so basically, if you were raised between 1990 and 1995, you might have a little nostalgia with this movie. Otherwise, it's not something I'm rushing. Hunter, do you want to go watch Little Monsters? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. How about the
Nightmare fuel is what this movie is for children.
especially last night? I was going to put it on in the bedroom when we went back in, but then I realized he was still kind of awake, so I was like, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this shit.
That wouldn't be
Completely
the last
lost you.
time
That time
he
I got
woke
the
up.
best.
Oh no,
that
we just
time I got
lost
the
you.
message.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We heard
I
each
got
other. We didn't hear you.
Yeah, I know.
Just smiling, not good.
I got the connection lost message. I'm like, well.
This is going to be a fun one to edit. Thanks. I'll do it while I'm
You're
drunk up
welcome.
tomorrow.
Yeah, you
Hey,
don't have
well,
to
at least you
leave
have
it
an
in there. It's
extra day.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
I'll do it Tuesday. We are the Average Movie Podcast for average movie fans by average movie fans. Ooh, I haven't said that in a long time.
No, because we're not anymore, because you took it out.
We might be going back to that after this episode. Why does this suck? Oh, we're just average movie fans making an average movie podcast for other average movie fans. All right, so how about the ending of the film? Is everything resolved?
Yeah.
They say
I mean,
that
for the most
the-
part, other than the
the-
whole family situation.
Yeah, the whole tearful goodbye is kind of bullshit because Maurice could come visit them anytime they want. What the hell was that? You're not leaving them. They can come. I mean,
Was that the last the fucking sunrise ever?
Yeah, I know. Is
The
the sun
never
permanently
going
up
down again?
to the
But,
death
you
of
know-
Snick and Boy, like, and like the ability of monsters to leave their home?
Maybe it did. But do you? I can't remember. I don't think it did. But do you think it brought their parents back together when little Ben Savage disappeared?
Well, yeah, the father came back at the house when they called him from California.
Yeah.
But that's not solving their problems.
Problems.
Folks. That's
But
the
when you're
Hollywood
10,
thing.
you think that.
yeah.
When you're a kid, that when you're watching this movie, that's what you think. You see, oh, they're back together. It's okay.
Yeah. It's all
Not
good.
realizing that
All
there's
good.
other problems underneath.
Yeah.
An hour later, Dad's just going right back home.
We didn't discuss that. So the parents decide they're getting a divorce.
No.
And
No, they're not getting a divorce. They're just separating for a little bit.
separating, whatever, same thing.
No, it's not.
When you
Watch
when
the
you hear,
movie.
when you hear the sounds from their bedrooms, and she's like, "Yeah, it's always about what you want," or something like that. What the fuck is
No,
this?
she says I want. No, she says I want more than just Or she's talking about things insinuating that he's not trying to give it to her.
Did you learn anything from this movie?
No.
I learned that Daniel Stern wasn't trying to give it to his wife in this movie.
I've learned all those bad things that happened to me. It was just the monsters. It wasn't anybody else's fault.
Yeah.
It was the monster that peed in your apple juice, John.
Has this movie aged well?
I mean, there's nothing. It's supposed to depict monsters terrorizing children, so there's nothing that is like, really that bad about it. It's not. Yeah, it could be made today, but I definitely wouldn't get that rating.
No.
I think it would be toned down a lot.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
the monster world would have been a bright, sunshiny, la 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 la. And the mischief would have been, I'm going to move this paper 3 sheets away. Yeah.
Does
I'm
this
going to post
movie-
this naughty comment on Twitter.
Yeah. Ooh, I got a hold of your Twitter feed. It's only a problem if you're running for vice president, apparently.
Yeah. 35 years, no word, no mention whatsoever of a sequel. Does this movie have sequel potential?
Not really.
Well, now it does. Because now you can have him all grown up and the monster comes to get his kid and he's got to figure out how to get back in there and get him out. Now you can have your adult version, John.
There we go.
He can go in there and be like, because I mean, in this movie, I mean, one thing we haven't discussed is how fucking crazy smart this kid is to fucking take apart his bike and rig his fucking goddamn bed and all that.
Well, his bike was broken already.
Clearly, like, you could do like a Saw movie with this kid, and like he's trying to trap the monsters.
Maybe that's what we grew up to become.
Yeah.
No, that's Kevin McAllister.
Yeah.
No, he grew up to be the Collector. That's who he grew up to be.
Yes. Yeah. Collector 3 collected. Takes off the mask and it's fucking Ben Savage. Or Fred Savage.
He holds up Maurice's head. I finally caught the bastard.
While wearing his vest.
Yeah.
So you think we could see a reboot potential someday?
Sure.
No, I don't think you'll see this movie come back.
I don't think you will, but I mean, it's possible.
It's possible. All right.
I think in the list of ideas that Hollywood will float to do a remake on, I don't think that this will come up for years.
Well, when, James and Sam and Cam and Hunter and AJ have taken over this thing 20 years from now, they'll be discussing the Little Monsters reboot.
Have they been giving you drugs early there, John?
Lack of sleep.
To get you ready for your surgery or something? Apparently, we just completely lost Billy now. He's gone.
Oh, yeah, he's frozen. Bye,
He's
Billy.
not frozen on my screen. On my screen, there's nothing there. It's just DM.
Ah, he's back.
I can't tell the difference.
Are you there, Billy?
Billy,
Well,
I'm keeping.
looks like no YouTube episode. All right, Justin, do we recommend this movie?
I mean, I do. It's worth a watch.
For a
Maybe
chuckle.
not with little kids around.
Yeah. All right, why don't you give us some ratings?
I'll give it 3 1/4. How about you, John?
I give it a 3.
Billy? Good job. IMDb gave it a 6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes 44%, and Letterboxd 2.9.
A 6
Yeah.
out of 10? Damn. Oh, okay.
Next week, we will be covering the 30th anniversary of The Little Rascals, starring Bug Hall and Travis Tedford. Quick, what's the number for 911?
Right in front of the fire station, too. I do love this movie. Just saw this trailer recently when I put it in the pre-show for the movie Night Under the Stars. Yeah, this is He-Man Women Haters Club. Well,
Hi, I'm back.
Jesus.
Ah!
All right, Billy, what was your rating?
2.5.
We'll move it.
I don't know. I just lost connection.
Okay,
No, we
so
can
what
hear
was
you.
your rating?
I said 2.5.
Okay, I heard half.
2.5.
All right.
Well,
It's
you
average.
weren't listening because I heard it.
Thank you.
Shut up. Well, that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for joining us today.
Before we go, find us on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, and wherever you're listening to this right now.
See if I can get this in before I get cut off. And don't forget to follow us on social media to stay updated on future episodes and join the conversation. You can find us on X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at movie_bar_pod and at the Movie Bar Podcast on Facebook.
Until next time, keep the popcorn popping and the rails rolling, and we will catch you next time on the Movie Bar Podcast.
Keep those rolls reeling.
A man's best friend is his right
His
hand.
right hand.